द्वैता गदाधारा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्दा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare
हरे
Krishna, Chanda Mataji. Hari Bol. Thank you so
हरे
much, Mataji. Thank you. Mataji has joined. Janvi Mataji has joined. Hare
हरे
Krishna,
कृष्ण
Mataji.
माता
Pranam.
जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
Pranams. Thank you, Mataji. I'm a bit late. I'm sorry for that.
No, it's okay, Mataji. You can start now. Hari Bol.
Krishna, thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkrapa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadankitam. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshtarine Vanchakalpatarubhyasya cha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे प्रभुपाद की जय sharing my screen. I think we are in this verse, right? Mataji's third canto, 10 chapter, 27th verse.
Yes, Mataji.
Recite the verse. Vaikritastarya eva te deva sargascha satatma Vaikritascha tuya proktaya kumarastu bhyatmakaha. Anyone wants to recite the verse?
Hare Krishna
Anita
Mataji.
Mataji, yeah.
Yes. Recite verse and read the translation, Mataji.
Mataji, can you pull up the verse?
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Can you see now, Mataji?
Yeah, yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Vaikritasтрaya evaite deva sargascha sattama vaikarikastu ya proktaha kaumarastu bhayatmakaha. Translation by His Divine Grace, His Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. O good Vidura, these last three creations and the creation of demigods, the 10th creation, are Vaikrita creations, which are different from the previously described Prakrita natural creations. The appearance of the Kumaras is both. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So it's a self-explanatory translation. There's no purport for this, which we all can see. So this is Vidura and Maitreya Samvada was going on. So Maitreya was further giving it the information to Vidura, like he has described everything. The divisions of creation was going on. So initially, Vidura inquired about Brahma's creation in the beginning of this chapter, and he asked how Brahma created from his body and mind, like that. And then Lord Brahma started explaining that how Lord created 14 worlds, like that, and Brahma meditated on the Lord for 100 celestial years, yeah? And then he entered into the lotus and he divided. After going through, he couldn't see anything. Then he had to meditate. Then he could feel the sound. The movement in the lotus, like means kind of shaky movement in the lotus with the wind and water. Then he had to, he didn't get distracted from his meditation. He was totally dedicated, observed in serving his, doing his devotional service to the Lord. So his undivided attention made him to actually enter into the lotus. I mean, he could see the lotus expanding throughout the universe, and then he could see all the seedlings of all the living entities, are there in the lotus where it has to manifest. Now Brahma has to do the secondary creation. The primary thing is already being done by the Lord himself. Now secondary has to be done. So that is Visarga. So now within that world of lotus, he divided into 3 divisions first, and then later into the 14 divisions, like that. So later time factor came. Brahma asked about, the Avidra inquired about time factor, and then we discussed, that was discussed earlier. I think there's 3 types of destruction explained, like that. So in this particular translation, what we say is there's these 3 last creations and the creation of the demigods, which is the 10th creation, or Vaikrita creations, means the creations which Brahma is going to start doing it, or he is dividing the creation. This is called Vaikrita. Vaikrita means a secondary creation. So, so it is actually a creation of the demigods. So some of the demigods which are representing our senses are already been created by the Supreme Lord. So now these are the demigods classified in this as per the information. The 10th creation of these demigods, they're all Vaikrita creations, which are different from previously described Prakrita, natural creations. That is, the Kumaras are both means like Kumaras are actually been originally been I mean they are actually been created by the Supreme Lord. Later, from the Manasaputras, they're all right. So later all they also come, so they are considered as both. That is what is given in the translation. So Brahma, after creating, the Rudras, then Kumaras are also created. A lot of, all the Brahma's sons were, in his meditation, he will continue, and then all his sons were also being manifested from his mind. So like that, Kumara Sarvanamanta. We'll go to the next one. 28 to 29. Anyone wants to recite the verses?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Jai Mataji.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, Sunita Mataji.
Sunita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. देवसर्गश्चाष्टविधो विबुधा पितरो सुराः गन्धर्वाप्सरसः सिद्धा यक्षा राक्षसांसि चरणाः भूतप्रेतपिशाचश्च विद्याद्रहा किन्नरादयः दशैते विदुराक्षयताः सर्गस्ते विश्वसृत्कृताः हरे कृष्ण
Sudha Mataji.
If anyone wants to read the
Hare
translation?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranams. Translation: the creation of the demigods is of 8 varieties. 1. The demigods. 2. The four fathers. 3. The asuras or demons. 4. The Gandharvas and Apsaras or angels. 5. The Yakshas and the Rakshasas. 6. The Siddhas, Charanas and Vidyadharas. 7. The Bhutas, Pretas and Pishachas. And 8. The superhuman beings, celestial singers, etc. All are created by Brahma, the creator of the universe. Purport also, Mataji?
Yeah, Mataji, you
Yeah.
only read
Someone else can
because
read?
Purport
Okay.
by
Mataji,
His Divine Grace.
Dasanandini Mataji always wants to read the shlokas. Yeah.
Okay.
Purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. As explained in the second canto of Shrimad Bhagavatam, the Siddhas are inhabitants of Siddhaloka, where the residents travel in space without vehicles. At their mere will, they can pass from one planet to another without difficulty. Therefore, in the upper planets, the inhabitants are far superior to the inhabitants of this planet in all matters of art, culture, and science, since they possess brains superior to those of human beings. The spirits and jinn mentioned in this connection are also counted among the demigods because they are able to perform uncommon functions not possible for men. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. So, when we recollect the previous verses, we learned about this, 6 types of primary creation. That is Prakruta Sarga. Prakruta creation means Prakruta means Sarga means primary creation, which is done by the Lord Himself. So, those 6 types of primary creation was discussed before, and then next 4 types of secondary creation, which is done by Brahma, which is called Vaikruta or Visarga. These 4 types of secondary creations are discussed in these last few verses of this chapter. Now, first, in previous verses, we learned about how the 6 types of immovable jivas were manifested and what are the characteristics of those immovable 6 types of jivas, and then later verses we learned about lower species of the animals in lower species, and there are 28 types, and then their characteristics are also there, which was I believe done in previous lessons. Now this particular section, human beings, characteristics and demigods, so those are all actually come onto these 4 types of secondary creation which Brahma creates. So the immovable jivas, which are plants, and lower species, which are animals, and then human beings and the demigods. These 8 types of, what Prabhupada has mentioned in the purport, in the translation, the creation of the demigods is of 8 varieties. So the part of the Visarga creation is this creation of the demigods, and there are 8 varieties. Yeah. Yeah, so like this. So here mentioning about those 8 varieties of the demigods we have. So Vibhutas, demigods, Pitras, forefathers, Asuras, Gandharvas, Yakshas, Rakshasas. Demigods, but they have definitely different powers they've got compared to human beings. So classified like that. And then Siddhas, Charanas, Vidyadharas, Bhutas, Pretas, Pichasas, like that. And then superhumans, celestial singers, Gandharvas. They're all there. So they're all created by Brahma. Hmm. So like that. So Siddhas, they're inhabitants of Siddhaloka. They're there, wherever different planets has got different facilities. Like how we see here, we don't see in higher planets. They are different. Their enjoyments are different. Their lifespan is different. Their because of their better pious deeds, they enjoy better than what we are trying to or feeling like we are enjoying like that. But everywhere within this 14 planetary systems, there is no always miseries only. There's no enjoyment as such, but it's an extended sense gratification or extended enjoyment, but nothing else. But these residents traveling in the space, they don't need vehicles also. So, like if you hear from some of the pastimes of the, where who is this? Is he Chitragupta or Chitraketu? Chitraketu, like how he was going into a different planets, moving in his aeroplane, and then how he could see Shiva and Parvati. And that pastime, if you see, how they are going in different vehicles like that. So they can travel in outer space without any restrictions and without vehicles or sometimes. Some of the, they have got certain specific powers, they can go like that. So it's like that. So they may pass from one planet to other planet without difficulty like that. So in upper planets, these are superior facilities, and inhabitants of the planet are also superior like that. And in relation to art and culture and science also, their brains and their activities, everything is superior to human beings on this material planet like that. So this is mentioned here, and that is why they're categorized the spirits, and mentioned in this connection as demigods like that, because they've got some superior powers compared to human beings, and that cannot, that cannot perform here, possible by all of us. Uncommon functions, not possible by all of us here. So, and from this point, what we have to understand is that, we have a modern, in this modern world, we see, right, how the scientists, they are trying to go to the different planets, the moon planet, and then they are trying to see what's there in that moon planet, or understanding like that. So what they are trying to do is they're only trying to go, but as far as their landing is there, it's not going to happen. It's not complete, because it's just like, you want to go to a different country, you go to the country but by chance, you may not be able to clear the customs, so you can't enter that country. It's like that. So they don't completely see what's happening there, but we see from the shastra, from the scriptures, there is certain, planets, and then they have got superior things or superior brains and power and all that compared to the human beings. Now, we follow the shastra, and we have complete conviction and faith on the shastra, and we believe it. And then if you say something like this to scientists, they will say to us that we are crazy, mad people. But when you think about, what scientists are trying to prove, we may think that they are actually cheating people. They are cheaters, because in general, we know human beings, we all have got 4 defects. Who knows those four defects? Can anyone mention?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Committing mistakes,
Yeah.
illusion, and then
Yeah.
imperfect senses, cheating propensity. Cheating propensity.
So these are all there, common for us. I mean, like that. So how can we, how can you prove this to the scientist that these are the planets, higher planets, and then all these inhabitants like this, they can travel in space without vehicles? How could you prove? How can you convince this kind of, scientists or leaders in the society or in the world, where philosophically we have to prove, where we have to convince them? And they have those 4 defects which they cannot. We have to prove that also. How to prove it? And we also hear from Bhagavad Gita that Krishna says that I am the taste in water. How to prove it to them? we know because we believe, because we have faith in the Lord, faith in the scriptures, faith in Srila Prabhupada. Now our duty is to take this message to them, to make them understand and have faith in that. So it is easy for us if we depend on Srila Prabhupada, because he actually completely surrendered to his spiritual master, and from the acharyas, from the parampara, from the disciplic succession, whatever is passing, he's just passing the information as it is, whatever is being taught or been written in the scriptures, like that. So then we can easily have faith in that. But how, we can see these disciples of Srila Prabhupada who are coming from different backgrounds, and they know nothing about Krishna. And how, if you read, I'm sure you would have all read Leelamrita. So how Prabhupada, convinced most of them just by his teachings. So much conviction he had. The reason is that, he can see Krishna everywhere. Every minute he will see Krishna in his activities. Like, whatever he do, he would able to see. Like, if we have any of our close friends or near and dear or our family members, how do we associate? And, even devotees, when we try to associate, that's what we say, right? We have to associate with devotees so that we can stay fixed in our sadhana and do progress in our spiritual life. So we can be able to, with our sadhana bhakti, we will be able to understand our eternal position by the mercy of spiritual master, and in the, following in the parampara, like that. So how Prabhupada could able to do that? Because he is able to see everything. So when we associate in our mundane life outside with everyone, and we will believe that, okay, they are there for us, just like that Krishna, Prabhupada is associating with Krishna each and every moment. Either he is doing book distribution or translating the literature, or giving the preaching to everybody. Each and every time he is connecting with Krishna. So he is center for, Krishna is center in all of his activities. So whereas we don't have like that. The scenario we try to keep that, we have to keep Krishna in the center. Unless that point is there, we cannot have complete purity in us. Prabhupada is so pure. That's why, whatever he taught, everyone straightforward, straight away agreed, accepted, surrendered, gave up their, previous activities, completely wanting to do everything for the pleasure of, serving him, in that mood of, being an instrument and serving. So they completely understood the Shastra through Prabhupada's, example, and they just not only, read or studied, but they practice. They've been practicing it like that. So message for us is to, we have to also practice this, so that we can prove it to these people that this can happen. These things are existing, and this is possible. Because we in this material world, what we are trying to do, we are all having the problem of, loading over material nature. Every one of us will do in different intensities, but that problem is there. I mean, that's the reason we are, unless and until we become pure or uncover those, contaminations we got entangled in this material world, with the problem, I mean, entangled with these three modes, material nature. It's not possible. When Prabhupada go out and preach to everyone, just describe about Supreme Lord, how he looks, what he wears, the yellow dhoti, and then he would be in a bluish cloud color, like, blackish bluish cloud color, like that. And if you say, if he says that he's plays a flute or he's wearing a peacock feather, people would sit and listen and accept. But it's not possible for us to go and do that. Even if we dare to give one book to someone, that's a success for us, right? Anyone experiences anything like that? Preaching, I mean, of course, you might be doing or trying to endeavor to please Srila Prabhupada. Any experiences anyone have? No?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji,
Krishna.
can you come again? I just missed the point which you asked.
Okay, I was just trying to share that, Prabhupada is so pure. And of course, we are not in that platform. All of us are, in a different intensities of, practicing bhakti. We are struggling, and unless and until we get that purity, we cannot reach out. So when we put our effort, then that cleansing process starts, right? So I was asking, anyone had any experience of going out and preaching, especially giving books to someone, or giving this literature to someone?
Yes, Mataji, we are actually we try to do means like even we have so many reversals also for that, but still
Yeah.
just keeping the Lord in the mind and keeping the instructions of the spiritual masters and other Vaishnavas and all the acharyas. So just we are moving on. That's what actually I could say. Only the sadhu sangha is giving that strength for us to move forward. So as per the Lord says, like even if you don't worship me, it's fine, but you have to give full respect and behave with good etiquette to my devotee. So that's what help us to progress in this spiritual path. So that's how.
We try to serve the spiritual masters only as a servant of him, and try not to expect any result in the activities which we are doing, and do our best and leave the rest to Krishna. So we should do that. So purification, why I'm saying this is that, until and unless we try to become pure, or getting rid of all the anarthas and contamination in what we are trying entangled here, it's not possible to convince someone. As you said, we see reversals. Yes, we keep on seeing that. But even Brahma had saw reversals, right? In this chapter, you all remember how it has been described before, when you started understanding about it, when you started meditating tapasya. Brahma actually got instructions from the Lord in previous chapter. What instructions Brahma gave to, Lord gave to Brahma? Anyone remember?
Brahmaji actually prayed that he should not get bewildered of his work, and he should not get any proud of the work which he is undertaking. And some instructions means like 4 prayers he is making. He should not. Yeah. So for that, the Lord is saying that my devotee will not. You just keep your mind on me, so that you will get rid of all these pride and whatever the material hankerings are there. So that's how the Lord says, Mataji. That's how I understand.
Correct. So when Brahma prays, then Lord replies to Brahma saying that just follow penance, and with devotion you see everything in relation to me. He says, don't be anxious or depressed, just execute the creation activities. So, and then, whatever you are asking, everything will be granted. And he says, tapa, and he says, get knowledge, vidya, and then I'll give you ashraya. Like that, Lord promises him. Now you situate yourself in penance, doing penance, and then gain knowledge, and then you will receive my favor. So I'll give you ashraya, shelter, like that. So you will understand me within your heart. Tene Brahma Adi Kavayadi Hruday, like that. Everything regarding the position of the planets and everything, how to, like that. So Bhakti gives, the devotional, the transcendental devotional activity which Brahma is trying to endeavor. That gives the vision to him to enact also, how to create. So that complete absorption in devotional service is important. So then you see me, and then you will see the universes, you will see all the living entities, like that. You see yourself and all that. So then you will be free from all the illusion. This is what is been given. So Lord indicates that, And then he also we also know from Brahma Vimoga Leela, how Lord expands himself into various gopas, and the calves, like that. So that is clear, right? Okay, my doctor is telling it is going to be any time. I just put my listing. Yeah. So this is what is again is instructed to Brahma. So similarly, what we have to do is like, stop the activities of loading over material nature, and we have to try to, meditate on how to, get out of this material entanglement, and try to, keep Krishna in the center. Always, remember him and with him like that. Yeah. So it's very important to do this. Otherwise, we will end up, there is just a moral story, that mouse story. I know this mouse story. Once, there is a mouse, and then mouse is getting, sorry, is this coming? Mouse is getting actually chased by a cat, I think. Yeah, mouse
Yes,
chased
Mataji. Yes,
by a
cat.
cat. Yeah, and then mouse is just in afraid of life, running, and finds a yogi sitting in a hermitage. And then she inquires, and the yogi says, "Okay, this is what happening. The cat is chasing me. What to do?" Then the yogi says, "Okay, do you want to become cat?" Then he says, "Okay." Then he will. The cat mouse turns to cat. Now cat cannot catch cat, so cat is happy. Now cat is now walking, and then afterwards, what happens? A dog chases the cat. Now again the cat is in trouble. Running, and then again finds this sage, and then sage is again, seeing the anxiety of the cat, asks, "Okay, do you want to become dog now?" Yes, I want to become dog. Then the cat becomes dog. Again, the dog runs, happily moving around in the streets and going, and then when the dog is going around again, then dog comes interacting with a tiger like this, and then afraid of the death, dog keeps running, and then again requests the sage to make him a tiger, and then he becomes a tiger. Now tiger is running, tiger actually again hunting for his food. Then tiger is running, and then you see when tiger is running, there are lots of other living entities who are on the trees, these birds and all, they are chirping and giving the information to each other, other friends, so that they are in trouble. Let them be safe, like that. Tiger keeps running for the food like that, and then finally tiger comes in front of the sage again. Then looking at the sage, hungry tiger wants to devour the sage. So this is the mentality of all the human beings, means lording over material nature. I was hearing to His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu. He's here right now in Melbourne. This morning he gave a Shrimad Bhagavatam class. And he mentioned there is a new term. I don't know, you must have heard before, but this is the first time I heard. So he said demigods and semigods. And it was a little bit funny. I was thinking, what is semigods? We never heard in any of the books like this. What is semigods? And he immediately said, anyone knows semigod? Nobody knows. Then he says, okay, semigod means semi-god. You semi-god. So this is the mentality of all of us, that, in the sense that most of the people who are in this material world who are atheist, they just want to become God. They want to, convince people that they are God, and then let all the credit comes to them. So this is the problem, when it comes to this tiger lording over the sage, and then now trying to kill the person who is actually helping before. So everyone want to actually, don't propagate, do the preaching in the name of the God, and they are doing just for their namesake, and getting the name, fame, and wealth and whatever in the material world, but not interested in all this. So all these things which we have, the information about the planetary systems, and then how the hierarchy of the planets are there, and the various facilities in different planets, all the scriptures we have. What we have to do is that we need to understand these scriptures and prove it to this world, so that we can preach this mission. Whatever teachings Srila Prabhupada is trying to give to us in these scriptures, and not only study, but we need to put it into practice. Abhyasa is very important. So if we keep doing it, then the impurities in our heart will go, and when Krishna actually become pleased with us, then we can also convey the same message like how Prabhupada used to do, and then at least we can serve Srila Prabhupada in a way that he will be pleased with all of us, all of our activities. So by nature, we all have that. We are all Sachidananda, means eternally, we are that Sachidananda, eternal, and then knowledge and bliss is there. But we getting into this material world contaminated, and then that covering is there, you have to uncover it. That uncovering will happen only with your sadhana bhakti. You have to keep practicing, keep reading the scriptures, and keep sharing the knowledge to others. And then you will be able to, do those uncommon functions, which Prabhupada says not possible for men, which is true. But when we follow Srila Prabhupada movement and in the parampara, taking a shelter of a guru and submissively serve and surrender to the guru, then the knowledge will be revealed to us. Just like how Brahma got the knowledge while practicing penance, then Lord promised him that I'll within your heart, I will try to, give you the knowledge so that you will be able to create everything. So like that, we need to get there with the teachings of all this, what we are hearing from Brahma's prayers and the answers. We need to get there like that. Yeah. So that is what I want to just share, whatever I can understand. Anyone wants to read this, the last verse?
Mataji, can you explain this one? This is spirits and jinn. They also counted among demigods.
Spirits and jinn.
Jinn.
It's just that,
Because of the
because
power.
they have uncommon functions. That's what Prabhupada says. See, they're all able to perform uncommon functions, not possible for men. So they have got extra powers, extra, like not like how celestial beings have got, but definitely possess superior brain.
They can trouble people, they can trouble people, but demigods don't do that.
Demigods don't do that. That is true. But how do you think about that Indra troubling the Vrajavasis?
Yeah, but that is different. But in this case, the spirits, Mataji.
That is different because it's a part of Krishna Leela. Maybe we think that's different. But, who knows how Krishna wants to teach lesson to some of the living entities who are troublesome children to him. Yeah. All children are not same, right? We also see our children, not everyone is same. Yeah.
Mataji, because I know a family. I know a family in which in that house there's a spirit living, but then they out with it. Yeah, he keeps troubling them, but they're living like that.
Okay. So now we are sharing. So these things are there in this material world. These things are there. And everyone is coming with a different baggage of karma and they have to face it.
When you go to the house, Mataji, when you go to the house, you can feel the spirit, bad spirit.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. They are living with it. But she's having a lot of problems. That lady's having a lot of problems. But she knows it, but she's living with that.
Living with the spirit.
Yeah.
Don't want to escape. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
The problem.
It's a big problem. She's having a lot of problems in life. That's why I asked you.
Yeah. It's just that, there are, this kind of because it's just that their functionalities are different compared to materially, how we are restricted to certain functions in this bodies which we have. So they are different. They can walk through the pass through the glass also, which we cannot, right?
Yeah.
They can change their they change their forms also.
Yeah.
Can do all that. In that connection, it's not that they are really, in a higher position, just being the spirits, and we shouldn't aim to be like that. But yeah, but there are certain beings. Prabhupada is just giving the information that, and then these are all created by Brahma. Means see, living entities. All these seeds which are being, in the lotus, all the seeds have got different baggage. We understand that. So Brahma is only doing his duty. Yes?
Yes.
So when Brahma created Rudras, right? When his third eye, I mean, in the middle of the forehead, the bluish reddish complexion, Rudra, and then afterwards, so much destruction he sees. And then to counteract, he has to create, Kumaras, right? Became. So then how can you think about this? 11 Rudras are demigods only, right? Yeah. So he's also experiencing and he's also learning and he's also, serving the Lord, and then all the living entities are different, desires and different vasanas are all that are there for them. So all the seeds are different. You plant a seed in a season where it is coming, one seed will come to nicely sprout and get into a plant, one will not, right? So, same children also, you have different children. One child will not be similar to the other child, and their nature will be different, their activities are different, their tastes are different, their abilities are different. Sometimes we may hear, there are evil-minded people in the, see from the Hiranyakashipu and Prahalad past time. Yeah.
Yes, Mataji.
So if you think like this, there are various pastimes where we can understand that how come this is possible. They are there like that. How Prahalad is one devotee even. So, like this.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
I'm not sure I'm satisfying you with my answer, but yeah. Have faith in Srila Prabhupada's scriptures. Inquiring is good, but
Yes,
yeah.
Mataji, I just wanted to know how it is. Since I've seen the spirit, since I've felt it, that's why I asked you.
Hare
Correct.
Krishna, Mataji. Can I
Yes,
share
people-
something, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Mataji, spirit here, what it is mentioned is maybe the good spirits. What Mataji is asking is about the bad spirits, right? So the spirit which is mentioned here, there are good spirits also which won't harm anyone. So it is about them. So depending upon their karma, so they will be they can be as considered as the demigods. So that is how the understanding I got, Mataji. So the
good.
bad spirits will not come in this way. So like how we say that all the good deeds, what we are doing is given by the Lord or by the acharyas. So, but all the bad ones which we commit, the mistakes which we commit, that is due to our karmas. So what we do. So that's how the understanding I got.
That's nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
Mataji, even I felt like that. But it's not mentioned here, no, good or bad. That's why I wanted clarification. They have just said spirits, mean it includes all. And jinn also.
Jinn also, yeah. Yeah, but it is what Mataji said also valid.
Yeah.
See, like all the living beings, all of us are different varieties we are, right?
Mm.
We are, good human beings are there. Some are, harmful people are there. Oh, no, it's like, everybody is coming from different set of, karmas, and that they are accordingly. So before also, when we learned in this chapter, there is what is that? So there is gunas are there, not description of the karma. Time element is not completely described here. Next chapter it is there. Yeah, it's only description of how the destruction is happening.
Mataji, we always have this question, right? So if everyone is the soul, the spirit soul, then why everyone is not got into Krishna consciousness? So that question is there always within us. Means like
because
we tend to ask. So it depends upon their karma and the activity which they have performed in their past life, right? So that's how has sanctioned about depending on their desires the human life. So but still after getting the human life, they are not there are good persons, there are bad persons. So but each and everyone is having the soul in them. So so those who are free from the karmic activities of the past life, they may be they will take this process of Krishna consciousness, like how the Lord has mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, right? So that's how the understanding I feel, Mataji. So, but so there are bad people also. They are also the souls, but they are not taking. It is depending upon their activity. So that's how I understand.
Last time we need to come to this understanding of we are not the body, we are the soul, and then how we have to understand our eternal constitutional position, and we just have to become servants of the Lord, not to load our material nature. This and all they can't understand. They need a lot of purification. So that is why when I said when we have to follow Srila Prabhupada, that means each and every one of us, whatever we hear or whatever we read, we try to share, so that many people like that, fallen conditioned souls will come into this, come out of this material pool and reach the Lord, Supreme Lord, and understand their position like that. So yeah, this is not so easy, but we have to keep trying. It takes so many millions and millions of lifetimes for anyone. So who knows how many 8.4 million species we have gone through to come to this, so that we are coming in contact with the Krishna and his dear devotees and the association of the devotees, and keeping us steadily in this sadhana. Yeah, so not to forget that, and then you treasure it, and then you try to help others to do also. So
Yeah.
it's good to inquire, but you should have that compassion to help others, so that they also take benefit of it. Yeah,
Mataji, but sometimes it's very, very difficult. They are so rigid. They go to Brahma Kumari. There are other things, so many other ones. They feel that is better, So it's very difficult to convince. Very difficult, Mataji. Still, we
yeah,
keep
that is
on
the
explaining.
symptom of Kali Yuga. That's
Yeah.
the symptom of Kali Yuga.
They
It
want
is
easy.
hard.
You don't have to
Easy way
convince
out,
them.
easy.
If they
They
come
want-
and tell you you don't worship Krishna, will you be like that? No, right? So that's how they are understanding also. We cannot convince anyone. We just have to tell if they take, then it is their sukriti that they will take. So it's as
Correct.
Prabhupada says, just 1 minute. So how to get Krishna consciousness? Prabhupada told that just 1 minute is enough. So it's
Yeah.
like that. It's a spark, Mataji. It's a spark. So when you just one message or one word is also enough for the person to change, to come into Krishna consciousness. So we don't have to go and keep on convincing them. Those who are not interested, if they have the sukriti,
Yeah,
yes,
actually,
they will come. That's all.
yeah.
But
Stop
sometimes
giving
also-
them
Just only we are taking, but devotees are really very merciful. They keep on preaching. So through that, any one soul, like Lord is saying, no, like out of many thousands of people, only one will get the perfection. So like that, any one soul. Yeah.
Manusyanam Sahasreshu.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. We know the thing is that when we do it only just as a nimitta matram bhavasavya sachi. What Krishna has instructed to Arjuna. Similarly, don't expect that because of me they become devotee or because of me they change. Just philosophy doesn't work to people who are very rigid. Just feed them prasadam. That's it. If when the tongue is controlled, everything else will come into.
Yeah, that's true.
Just feed prasadam is important. Talk philosophy later. Just satisfy their stomach or belly. That's it. But otherwise, it's not going to work. Yeah. So when you come across anyone who's not inclined to hear Krishna Katha, don't force them to hear. If they force, they will revert back. They'll never hear. Just eat them to encourage them to eat Krishna Prasad.
Sometimes they hear a little bit, Mataji. Sometimes they hear a little bit. Yes, they say that. So when you tell them to buy a Bhagavad Gita, this and that, they spend for other things, but 200 rupees they can't give to buy a book.
They can't. That's
Yeah,
right.
they don't want to.
do. They are entangled. They're afraid.
Yeah.
That, okay, if I take this, I will just have to give up my other things. They don't have taste. That's why they can't.
Yeah.
The taste will come only when you keep on, giving them association and giving them Krishna Prasad. Then when will it come? We don't know, but we should keep trying.
Yeah.
And we should not criticize. We should keep trying. We should not criticize, complain, or nothing. What Prabhupada's gone through so many difficulties. He never said anything to anyone. He just kept on going. First 2 years in US, he didn't do anything. I mean, all his effort was like almost he was thinking maybe I'll go back. I can't. So many times he wanted to return back to India. Right? After 2 years only, he could see the response among people who are actively coming and helping him. So yeah, it took Prabhupada only took like that. So it might take more than one lifetime for us to encourage others. But yeah, we should keep on trying. At least we will be checked. We will be purified. We will be, constantly, getting that cleansing process is happening with us. So it's important.
I managed to convince 2 people to start Japa Mataji. They are doing it. I keep I keep asking them, are you continuing? Okay, yeah, yes, they are doing it. They are sincerely following. I feel so happy.
That is nice. Yeah. If you can make one person to chant at least one time, your life is successful.
Oh.
Yeah. So just believe in Srila Prabhupada's words.
Yes, Mataji. So true.
So we'll just read this one, the last verse of this particular chapter.
Shall Mataji?
Yeah, read Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Atah param pravakshami vamshan manvantarani cha evam raja prutastrasta kalpadishva atmabhur सृजति अमोघ संकल्प आत्मैवात्मानम् आत्मना. Translation by Prabhupada ki jai. Now I shall describe the descendants of the Manus. The creator Brahma, as the incarnation of the passion mode of the personality of Godhead, creates the universal affairs with unfailing desires in every millennium by the force of the Lord's energy. Shall I read Purport, Mataji?
This one, Mataji or
Yeah, Mataji. Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. May I read purport?
Yes, read Mataji.
Thank you, Hari Bol. Dhanwad Pranam Mataji. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The cosmic manifestation is an expansion of one of the many energies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Creator and the created are both emanations of the same Supreme Truth. As stated in the beginning of the Bhagavatam, Janmyadi Asya Yataha. Thus, in the Bhaktivedanta purports of the third canto, 10th chapter of the Shrimad Bhagavatam, entitled Divisions of the Creation. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
So here Krishna is telling that, the information is that, cosmic manifestation is just an expansion of many energies of the Lord. So the creator and the created, they both are coming from Supreme Lord only. So if you think about the creator, he is a Supreme Lord. Whoever is created, the Brahma, who is, the secondary creator, or Krishna, the primary creator, the Vishnu, primary creator, they're all coming from the Supreme Lord only. So there is nothing which can not happen without the Lord's will. So what Krishna said here, the translation says that the creator Brahma, as the incarnation of the passion mode of the personality of Godhead, creates the universal affairs with unfailing desires in every millennium by the force of Lord's energy. So, Lord is only empowering Brahma to continue his creation. So when the creation, there is, we learn now in this chapter only how this Kala effect come into feature, come into the picture, like when Vidura asked Maitreya about the time factor, right? Symptoms of eternal time, and then Maitreya described this is another form of the Lord. We hear in Bhagavad Gita, right? So Krishna says that I am the time, and he is the destroyer of everything, like that. So we heard the characteristics of time also, and then how there are 3 types of destructions are there. It's Kala, due to eternal time, and the devastations of all the universes will happen, and end of Brahma's life there is something. So there are different types of pralayas. One type is that when all the universes are devastating. So the universes are devastating, and then they'll go into Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, right? And then there is another, that is at the end of the Brahma's, what is it? Brahma's day, isn't it? When Brahma's life finishes, then all of the complete universe will go, all the Brahmanda will go into the Pradhana, merge into Pradhana. So there is a Nitya Pralaya in terms of destruction. Nitya Pralaya means, like, you see, for example, the life of a flower or a fruit, how long it will stay vegetable. It just deteriorates quickly. Nitya Pralaya, like that. And then there is a Naimittika Pralaya. So these living entities, in this universe, they all are merging into Garbhodakshaya Vishnu at the end of one day of Brahma's lifetime. And then there is a Prakritika Pralaya, so that is end of the life of Brahma. Enter the universe merging into the Prada. Then again, when the last one, Atyantika, where the false ego of all of our living entities mitigate, get destroyed, then we attain liberation. Then subtle body is completely destroyed. And then the function of the mind, willing, thinking, plan, or intelligence, planning, executing, everything will be for Krishna service only, nothing else. This material ego, identifying ourselves with this material designations, will put a stop there. Then the spiritual ego will be identified. That is what we are. What is that? Jivere Swarupe hai Nityera Krishna Dasa, servant of the Lord. So this and all we can initiate with our bhakti process. So what Krishna is telling is that everything is happening. Expansion of my energies only, this cosmic manifestation. Both the creator, everything is happening. And it is also described in the beginning chapter of this verse of Bhagavatam, Janmadasya Yataha. So Krishna is he is the Supreme Personality of absolute truth. We just, it is being confirmed there, how he is an absolute truth there. So on those basis, we understand that nothing is possible without the will of the Lord. We know this famous thing, even the blade of grass will not move without the will of the Lord. So just that glance of the Supreme Lord is enough for the entire creation start manifesting. Just with the glance of the Mahavishnu, then that Shambhu and Rama Devi impregnates. With the glance, the seed is being passed on to the material nature's womb, like that. So it's only happening with the material and energy of the Lord. Nothing emanates without Supreme Lord's sanction. Like that. And Supreme Lord Krishna has come for us, he is very kindly, mercifully manifest in this material world as Archa Vigraha, where we can worship him, decorate him, we can offer, flowers, offer prayers, offer bhoga, do kirtan, cooking, chanting, feasting, dancing, everything can be done for the pleasure of him, like that. So that is, energy of the Lord coming in the form of the Archa Vigraha. And for that also we have a nice pastime, which we are running out of time. But, just in short, we can think about Sakshi Gopal pastime, how Lord manifested to a Brahmana. When it's not a stone, like, but, people in this material world, they are atheists, they will consider the Lord's deity as a statue or just a stone or a metal. But whoever understands Shastra and believe, then Lord's energy is there. When you do prana pratishtha to a deity, then Lord can, speak. He can hear to what you are conveying message or, praying. You go with so many problems to the Lord. But yeah, so he can hear, he can speak, he's there with you all the time. So like that, he's manifesting in his energy form everywhere. And without him, nothing is going to be created or create. And he is the creator. So that is what has been given.
Mataji, when this pralaya happens, everything goes back to Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, right? And then after that, when everything is destroyed, again the creation starts, right? After some time.
Yeah. It is continuous process.
So the jivas again, same souls will take birth again like that.
Yeah, but according to their baggage
Karma.
of previous
Yes, yes.
It will keep on going.
Yeah.
It's a loop. Keep on going to different species. May not be, human form, different species.
Yeah.
8.4 million species. That's why I was thinking the other day, the Prabhupada's books, the transcendental literature has got potency for 10,000 years. The scriptures has got potency for 10,000 years. And then to see the effect of full Kali Yuga will start after 10,000 years. Yeah. So we are so fortunate. We are just beginning of this Kali Yuga.
Yes.
And we are part of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. Chaitanya Charitamrita happened, 500 years ago. We are part of it still. We are not far away. Still part of it, because to manifest Kali Yuga, it takes 10,000 years. And then, if you miss this, just, in this lifetime, how much years we don't know. If at all we are coming 50, it's a bonus. 50, after 50, the health is good, it's a bonus for you. If this is happening, and if you don't take advantage of scriptures and don't take advantage of Prabhupada teachings, then in other species, if you go, how atrocities you will see, we don't know. Kali Yuga progresses, deterioration will be even more worse.
Yeah.
Only mode of ignorance. You don't see that, grandfather, great-grandfather, how they were in mode of goodness. There is no anxiety. There is no, too much of this kind of running around. Too much passion is not there in their lives. Nowadays, passion is, when we sit to walk, get up, eat, sleep, every time passion is there with us.
Life was very simple, Mataji, that time. Life was very simple.
But now also, if you can, life is become difficult with so many things are becoming, like all the luxuries are becoming comforts.
Yeah, that's the thing. Modernization.
All the comforts are becoming necessities. Then, you cannot make life simple like that.
Yeah.
You just have to get rid of so many things which you have to be really in a not like,
Even the food has changed, Mataji. Types of food also has changed so much.
You have to transfer from modern age to golden age. Then only you will be able to do it.
Yes,
And
yes,
that is possible when we don't get influenced by too many people outside. Even within your family members, even among devotees, there'll be a lot of hierarchies. So we need to be very careful. Don't get into that another 8.4 million species and then think about after 10,000 years, in any species you are in, it's going to be too much danger. Better get out. When you have this human form, just meditate on this, get out of this material entanglements. Yeah, otherwise, it's possible to clean the heart.
Yes, Mataji, we are doing that.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Krishna.
Trying hard.
Mataji, I have one question. Just now you have told that, even the grass or blade will not move without the will of the Supreme Lord. And we also say that, whatever happens is with our karma. God will write only the birth and death part of us. And then the whole life, whatever happens, is with our desires. Whatever we take decisions, the life transforms in that way. So how do we understand this, Mataji? So if we are taking some decision, so that is, it's our will, right? So if we want to buy a chocolate, our dad will say that, if we have a tooth pain, he will say us not to buy, but we will still go ahead and buy and we'll get that pain. So that was not Lord's will, but it was our will. So how do we understand this and understand that it's God's desire?
So what do you have to understand? That this is God's desire. Whatever activity you are doing, you're trying
Is
to
God's desire. We say that, right? Everything happens with God's will. Even the grass of blade cannot move without his will. But in our life, we take so many decisions and we say that it's our desires and our wills. So how do we understand this concept, Mataji?
God's, like that. You align with Krishna's plan. Don't make your plan B or plan A. Just, whatever, see, in that situation, you have to prioritize your situations, activities in a way that it is Krishna is in the center of your activities. Don't do anything which is not pleasing to Krishna. Accept which is favorable to Krishna, reject which is unfavorable to Krishna. So that is possible. Anything coming in your way which is not adding Krishna into that activity, just don't do that. Then that is the will of the Lord. Then you are acting on how Krishna wants you to do, not how you want you to do yourself. Just a simple example. I don't know if you have a children or not, Mataji. I always talk in terms of children because I have experience dealing with children
Yeah, I do
outside.
have Mataji.
Yeah, my own children and outside I teach with children. It's a thing. So when children, tend to listen to your instructions and follow, you see they are doing better and they understand you and they are trying to get there, and you see that you feel happy. When children don't listen and they do their own things in their own way and they don't reach anywhere or nowhere, then they don't listen. But you have no right, because nowadays, like I am living in outside India, then you can't say anything strictly to children. You can't tell anything. They have their own independency. You can't stop. It's just like that, how Lord is giving full independence, like that we are personally have to experience that. So if they don't listen to our instructions, we keep quiet. But if they listen to our instructions, we be happy. But
Got
whatever
it,
yeah.
Mataji.
So
Yeah, very good example, Mataji.
So just whatever decisions they are taking, God has no interference in it. But God has instructed us so many in the scriptures. Follow it. Then it's the will of the Lord you are doing. Lord, Prabhupada has set up that, morning program. Get up in the morning, do your 16 rounds chanting, attend Mangal Aarti, chanting, and then take the Darshan Aarti, Shringar Aarti, and then just, attend Guru Puja, and then do Bhagavatam Katha. All this you do on a regular basis. And then, the rest of the day, do whatever activities related to keep your body and mind soul together, not too much endeavor. But, read again some Shastra. Like that, you keep your priorities centering in Krishna as a center. Even if you work also, make sure, okay, while working this, I'm maintaining my spiritual life. That's it's the will of the Lord only you're doing it. Yeah. And
Thank you so
Krishna
much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah, that's my understanding.
Mataji, the Lord has also given us a little free will, a little bit. He's like a cow. When a cow is tied, anyone is tied to a pole, with a rope, he can only move within that limited space. So like that, our condition also, we have that little independence. So that's up to us, which way we do. Correct, no, Mataji?
We have complete freedom, full free will.
Yes.
Whenever you want, you can do anything. There's no restriction. Yeah.
So we have to think accordingly and then take the step.
Yeah. If you take Lord's plan into account, then you will take properly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you do whatever you want. There's no. It's that chariot analogy. If you all can understand, it's like that.
Yeah, Mataji.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Matajis. Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you, Janvi Mataji. Mataji, will you show your altar?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You asked me, right? Okay,
So we'll start.
Yeah, I have to go to a different level actually. So what I'll do is I'll just
you switch off your camera and then Mataji switch it on. Yeah, will do. And who will sing today? Devotees.
Mataji, may I?
Yeah, Chanda Mataji. Okay. Yeah. So once Mataji will start showing, you can start, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
And if possible, we will switch on our camera so that Lord can see us. Because nowadays, we are so fortunate that we are visiting different devotees' altars, sitting at our place. So Lord wants to see us.
I just have to start sharing, right? When I'm in front of the altar.
Yeah, just switch on your camera, Mataji.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Sunita Mataji. So tomorrow we will see your altar.
Okay.
And tomorrow, Janki Mataji will sing. Today, Channa Mataji is singing. Tomorrow, Janki Mataji will sing. Hari Bol. No, Mataji, it's blurred.
Just give me a minute. I'll have to change it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think background.
Yeah. Just give
Mataji,
me one
I
minute.
think your background is blurred.
Yeah, I'm going to change it. Wait,
yeah, please.
Choose what background? Choose just
on the video icon, na Mataji, from where you switch on or switch off your video. There is a small arrow. That is it. Yeah, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Yeah, Channa Mataji, please.
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भ्रजमानम् यशोदाभियोलुकलाद्धवमानाम् परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्या रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं मृजन्तम् कराम्भोजयुग्मेन शातङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकं पात्रीरिताङ्ककान्ता स्थितग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तमाख्यापयन्तम् तदीयेषिताग्नेषु भक्तजितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्ति वन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेशादपीह इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्याविरास्तां किं मन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्भोजामत्यन्तनीलयेत् पृतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्तधरं मे मनस्याविराष्टामलं लक्षलाभै नमो देवदामोदरानन्त विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजालाब्धिमग्नाम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यातिदीनं बतानो गृहाणेश मामाज्ञामेद्यक्षिदृश्या कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमुत्यैव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभजौ कृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकं मे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह नमस्ते स्तुधाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाथ विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमोऽनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमोऽनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा
Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada Jai Jai Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. श्री राधा दामोदर की जय, दामोदर अष्टकम की जय, दामोदर मास की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि
हरि हरि
गौर निताय की जय, लड्डू गोपाल की जय, कृष्ण नरसिंह भगवान की जय, हरि हरि बोल. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nice, very beautiful altar. Hari bol.
Show from far.
Thank you, Mataji. Hari Krishna. Hari bol. Okay, Mataji. So we will end with Vaishnav prayers, Vaishnav pranam mantra. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, जय गौर प्रेमानंदे.
Hare Hare Bol.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat
Krishna
Pranam.
Mataji,
Krishna
Dandavat
Mataji,
Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. Wonderful altar.
Hare
Krishna.
Okay, so we will meet again tomorrow at 9:30.
Thank
you,
you,
Mataji.
Krishna.
Shall I end the session?